Hello, hello. Testing, testing, one, two, three.
I sure hope there's audio.
You know, I think there is.
Yay! It only took um how much rustling with the mic?
Listen, we're not going to acknowledge the fact that we started 10 minutes late. That's fine. Hey,
Hey.
hello.
Hello.
Thank you so much for stopping by.
Hey.
And we're going to be playing a new game. Well, new for me,
Yes.
and maybe new for some of you,
Yeah.
but not new to my wife.
Hello, I'm the wife.
Yes. So, Nessa, can you please, one, just give a very general introduction of yourself, name, pronouns, etc.,
Sure.
and then tell us about this game.
Sure. So I'm Nessa. I use she, her pronouns. I'm married to this one over here.
Hello.
So I very recently have been buying a bunch of the Itch.io bundles that have been going up for various like charitable causes. Um, I forget if this one came from the Ukraine bundle or something else, but I know it's on Itch.io. So we have Verdant Skies.
Mm-hmm.
I have played it previously, pretty much from beginning to end, with all the things that I can find and all the goodies. And I really, really liked it. And so I thought, hey, why don't I share this with my lovely husband, who also likes these types of things too. So I would call Verdant Skies kind of Stardew Valley with a sci-fi twist. Uh, and yeah, and I know that a certain someone over here very much likes Stardew Valley, and so I thought he might like this too.
I adore Stardew Valley. I have played way too many files of Stardew Valley.
Mm-hmm.
I have too many farms. I have married almost every male romanceable character in all of Stardew. Um, and I think at this point I just kind of need something new. I need a new game.
Yeah, yeah. Time to refresh the palate.
Yeah, here, let's move the mic down there, actually.
Okay. Do you want the last snack here?
I do want the last snack. 1,200 hours so far on Stardew. Hell yes, you get it. You understand.
Stardew's so good. Also looking forward to the new game by the same creator, the Haunted Chocolatier, I think.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, but until then, biding our time with other games like Verdant Skies.
Yeah.
So yeah. So if you like, we can start with a new settlement and get right in.
I love the art style, and I love the music.
It is super cute. So this is just like giving you kind of like the prologue of why you end up where you do. So do you want to read the
Sure.
prologue? Yeah.
Sure. A recruiter in a knockoff designer suit motions for you to come forward. Here's your contract. No need to read it all, just the usual boring legal stuff. Only a few things to fill in, and you will be all set to be a space colonist.
Ooh.
Wow, that reminds me of going through a military sign up.
Yeah.
Oh, what's our name?
Yeah, so you can put in your name there.
Casper.
Yeah, Copper.
Great, Casper. Now just initial here, 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 and one more time here. Looks good. Please watch your step as you board.
Yay.
Oh.
We're going through space.
Oh,
Oh, you're going through space. It's just like the pictures. Oh no, there's a problem with your spaceship.
I didn't realize that adjusting the volume would count as clicking. Sorry. Huh.
You die.
Oh.
Okay, so that's your pod to your right.
Was my pod.
It sure was. All right. So she says, Hola, did you survive that rough landing?
I've had better days, but I'll live. Because I don't want to be too pessimistic. I did survive.
Yeah, that's
You
it's
know,
always a positive.
I'm feeling pretty optimistic because I survived.
That's good sign. I'm glad you're not hurt. It looks like your ship wasn't so lucky.
I'm going to try to adjust the volume again. I'm sorry, y'all. It just looks quiet over here.
Shwarp.
Schwarp. Hopefully that helps a little bit. All right.
You must be Casper. We've been expecting you. I'm Rosie Martinez, the colony's mechanical engineer. Actually, I'm a space mechanical engineer now. Yeah, that sounds much more interesting.
I love the character art.
Yeah, they're all so pretty. Oh, and so you get a little bit about her. So Rosie Martinez is the colony's talented mechanical engineer. Blind from birth, she never let her disability hinder her adventurous nature. She has a knack for fixing things and possesses many patents for her original designs. Respected by her peers on the home planet, Rosie now uses her gifts to aid you in your colonization of Viridis Primus.
I hear Primus and all I can think is Transformers.
I know, me too. Also, what you'll notice in the lower left is you could rename each of these characters to something else if you so wish. I've only used it once, and that's because there's a character that comes in later that has my name.
Oh, yeah?
And it was a little weird for me, so I renamed her. But I didn't feel like a need to do so otherwise, but the option is there.
It's interesting.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever seen a game do that.
Yeah. So, the bottom bit of the text, you'll see the greed, and that's kind of your relationship meter with each of them. The more you talk with them, the more that goes up.
There can only be one. There can only be one Nessa.
Exactly.
All right, so scrap lying around.
Yeah,
Yes.
Cambridge. Yeah. So you can. So pretty much any object that you see that kind of has that sheen to it, you can pick up.
Okay. This pun is scrap.
Bueno, you found a piece of scrap. That'll come in handy. Keep your eyes open for more wreckage as you explore this planet. We'll need it to build you a shelter. Follow me. There is someone you should meet.
I like Rosie a lot.
Rosie's super cool. So you see that bird nest has
Yep.
a sheen to it, so you'll be able to go through that bird nest in order to get seeds that you'll eventually use in your farm.
Ah.
Okay. Welcome to the administration building.
Oh, this place is pretty.
Yeah.
I love these flowers.
Yeah. Up here is the storage room. I guess it will be doubling as your room until we can figure something else out.
Thanks. I know this isn't Rosie's fault, but...
Yeah. Into the closet you go.
No!
Hey, I found Casper. They're okay. Right? Do you want to voice her, or do you want me to also voice her?
You can voice her. She is gorgeous.
Yeah, I married her in my run.
Good.
Rosie, what have I told you about yelling? I better go talk to her. Since you'll be sleeping here tonight, why don't you take a quick look around? Just follow this hall down to the office once you've checked out your room. Alright, so if you go up, that's going to be your place. Oh, but please don't touch anything. You can touch whatever.
The art gives me some very, very vague Dream Daddy vibes, and I'm kind of here for it. I realized I never announced we were live on Twitter.
Oh my god, Twitter needs to know.
The Twitter must know.
Oh my god, hey, Twitter.
Hush, I'm a professional streamer.
Professional stream.
Professional stream. So anyway, we can click anything.
Yeah.
Also, I look kind of like Ant-Man.
Yeah, so here, actually you can change that. So in the upper left, that's a 3D printer, which is kind of like almost like a crafting bench. Mm-hmm. It's where you'll be able to make other machinery that you can use. But in the upper right, you have both the mirror and the wardrobe, and you can use that to change your appearance.
Okay.
Yeah, so we can actually go there and get you situated with how you want to look.
All right. I wanted to just announce that we were live on Twitter because I'm a professional. All right.
Right.
So I go over here.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Hey.
Oh, we're precious.
Yeah. Yeah. So you get to choose like a lot of character customization aspects. So you can change.
It's like I love our design
and everything,
but I'm gonna change me to look like me.
That is.
So that's why I'm gonna go from this gorgeous to maybe this gorgeous. Oh, that's my hair. Oh.
Oh yeah, right now we're in the hair hat tab.
Okay. Well,
Ooh.
I want to go purple next.
E.
Okay, here we go.
Yeah.
Hello.
Let me be as pale as possible.
Yep. And it doesn't help that when I go into the sun, I just burn and then pale again. So this is me. Hello.
Oh, wow.
We'll keep my eyebrows like that. Oh, big anime eyes. Which reminds me of robots.
Just ew woo.
Ew. I'm gonna keep them like this though.
Excuse me, my gender is ew
My gender is uwu.
But Vanessa,
But
gender is ooh. God. Yeah. So what's also fun is you may notice that you never put your pronouns in. So they don't ask you if you're a man or a woman or non-binary or whatever. They will default to they them pronouns for you. But usually they don't even end up using pronouns to refer to you because they're all talking to you. Yeah. And then you'll see here, you can kind of choose your outfit and whether and how much chest you have type of thing.
None. That's the dream anyway.
One day.
No chest. I'll leave the pants. I think they're cool.
None chest, left beef.
Oh. I'll leave the boots on, and I think I'll also you know what? I'll leave it.
Yeah, the accessories are cool if you want to keep going down.
I also don't know if I actually like this shirt. I might want something baggier.
That's fair.
Or something that makes me look more. You know, maybe this would work.
Yeah, I think that's neat.
Oh wait, that matches the pants.
Oh, I see what you mean. Yeah, that's neat.
Well, let's go with like a different color.
Okay. Have it be your statement piece.
Ooh. I kind of like this salmon sort of pink. I'm gonna go with that.
It's salmon.
It's salmon.
Right, and then you can hit done at the very bottom when you're all finished. And there you are. I think you can also move around with WASD.
Oh, that's so much better. Okay.
Right, yeah, so you see here's your 3D printer. So some of the things that you'll be using is going to be lumber, and a lot of it is going to be scrap. The good news is that more scrap appears in the world every day.
Okay.
So you don't have to worry about there being like a finite amount that you have to scrounge up. And there's other resources that you'll get further into the game. Yeah. So the mirror should do the same thing as the wardrobe.
Oh, okay. I do like this anime.
Yeah, your Seto Kaiba look.
Yeah. Actually, I think I want... I'm sorry, y'all. I'm indecisive. I think I want this.
Well, you can change your look at any point. So yeah. I do like that top. It's really neat. Gonna have a little belly showing.
Yeah. I just don't know what color to do. Can I not do salmon? Nope, no salmon.
Sam.
Not allowed. Can't have the cool colors. I do like this though. Yeah, there we go.
There we go. There you go.
Oh, I got boobs.
Space colonist.
No. Sorry, y'all. I can't have boobs. It's fine. We'll go back to this.
There we go.
No tits. Add a sash. Boom. No tits.
Right. So that's just a chest. So don't
wait.
So that's
the
the scrap
scrap
you picked up.
Okay, I'll leave it.
Yeah.
I have a lot of inventory.
Well, yeah. So the lower left is going to be inventory. Right. So we can go meet up with everyone again. So that's going to be to your right. As you immediately touch everything.
Yes. I want to see what all I can interact with. Sorry for leaving y'all waiting.
Hello, Casper. I am Administrator Washington. You may call me Jade.
You are gorgeous, madam. I love your hair.
I am responsible for the day-to-day administration of this colony. The mastermind behind the colonization of Viridis Primus, the colony's administrator Jade Washington is a force to be reckoned with. Direct and driven, Jade enjoys the company of like-minded people. Laziness or ineptitude is sure to land you on her bad side. Her motives are a mystery, but it is obvious she is determined to make this endeavor succeed no matter the cost. I am pleased you are uninjured. Rosie mentioned that you already recovered a piece of scrap from your ship.
Sorry, I just wanted to make it just a pinch quieter. Yes.
Please continue to collect any pieces you may find.
Hi, Cassie.
Hello.
Thanks for joining in. We're just we're just getting settled in on our first day here in space. I don't know where in space.
Verdant Primus.
Verdant Primus. I don't know where that is in conjunction to where we are.
New planet.
New planet.
New planet, who dis?
New planet, who dis?
Eventually you will need to reimburse the company for the damaged craft.
Fucking capitalism at it again. Every game.
Look, if Tom Nook is going to make you pay...
No, and Tom Nook is my mortal enemy. I have never played an Animal Crossing game. I have played Animal Crossing New Horizon once, and I played it for all of like 20 minutes. I'm gonna square up with Tom Nook in the parking lot.
Well, at least this debt collector is prettier.
This debt collector is a lot prettier, you know.
Tom Nook.
You know, that only gets you so far. But you know, I'm just gonna say okay. I don't want to.
Yeah.
But like, it wasn't my fault.
You may choose either one.
Was it my fault?
You just remember it going down.
I'm just gonna say okay, because I don't remember what happened.
Don't worry, Casper. It can't be that expensive.
Tom Nook is probably a weird financial dumb, though. You're so right, and I hate that. Nessa made a face, and we have to. Well, eventually, I have to get a camera on these things. Anyway, can't be that expensive.
Oh, but it is that expensive.
Of course, it is.
For now, here are some basic tools to get you started. I assume you will be able to ascertain their use?
Oh, yeah.
You got stuff!
It looks like Don't Starve equipment. The face was implied, yes.
As for communication, you will receive messages via the envelope icon at the bottom of this screen. Get some rest, colonist. Tomorrow will be a busy day.
Go to sleep.
Yep, so at the bottom right, you'll be able to see that envelope icon, which is kind of how you're going to keep track of quests more than anything. And then, yeah, so you'll be able to see those.
Hey.
Go let you know what's going on. Oh, yeah. So yeah, what's also nice is you can always mark them as red. And hide them as necessary. And then you have these big arrows to help you find where you're supposed to go.
Harpoon. Now I wonder how difficult fishing is to Stardew. I judge games on fishing mechanics.
Alright, I'll let you know that I dislike the fishing game in minigame in Stardew, but I like the fishing minigame here. I find fishing with a harpoon to be easier than the rod.
You know, that's so valid.
I like my phalluses pointy.
Okay. You gain friendship the first time you talk to someone each day.
Yeah. So pretty much anytime you anytime you sleep, you get a little tip about what's going on. You don't necessarily have to sleep in this game. Pretty much what sleeping does is that it gives you back your stamina, which you see in the upper right corner, that green bar. But like you usually also want to sleep regularly just to make sure that certain like events progress. So right now she wants you to get started with farming. So you're gonna go hoe.
Okay. As I have set my new motto, apparently. Oh.
So you'll also see in the upper right.
My stamina.
Yeah. So what it also shows you as the red blinky bit is like how much stamina you'll use if you perform that action.
Okay.
So what's nice is different from Stardew, you don't have to go swapping all your tools in order to use everything. It just happens as long as you are like showing that you want to perform an action on something. It is good to collect all flowers and berries and anything edible.
I'm gonna try this.
Yeah. So if you hold down your cursor, yep, it automatically puts the reticle where it is, and so a lot of this is just going to be timing.
I'm gonna have to learn how to do this.
Yeah. Oh, you're really close. Yeah, you just want to lead it a little bit.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, so I find that easier than the Stardew minigame.
That is easier. You said all flowers?
Yeah. So what I found nice is the flowers do regrow. And you can sell them for money.
Nice.
Yeah. So here's your field. Yeah. So yeah, you're going to hoe your field, and then eventually you're going to plant seeds.
Should I do all of them?
I'd say go ahead and do all of them. From what I've seen, hoeing doesn't degrade. So if you hoe something, it doesn't automatically like stop, like turn into not hoed dirt.
Okay, so it doesn't revert.
Yeah. Here are all your seeds. You'll notice that when you hover over them, it has various traits. So the big pull of this game is that eventually you're going to have a genetic splicer, and what you're trying to do is find the best traits to put into your seeds that you grow. I'm not going to lie, I had trouble with it. In that it required more brain power that I usually like to use when I'm casual gaming.
Oh, who are you? Oh, sorry. No. In my defense, I have not seen Jade from behind, okay? And the hair is a darker blue on the sprite than in the drawn avatar here. So I was a little confused, okay?
It's fair. So you started.
Hi, Jade.
Nice work. Water that field for a few days and something will grow.
Yay.
If so, we can get a botanist assigned to our colony. Yay.
Should I?
Yeah, you can go ahead and plant a bunch of seeds. Yeah, so you kind of want to like find the seeds with the best traits and plant those and harvest them because they'll sell more, yada yada blah blah blah. Like I said, that required more brain power than I really like to use in casual gaming. And I was able to just cheese my way to victory anyway by planting every single seed I found. So it all works out depending on like just how you want to play. Oh yeah.
Hey.
All right.
Okay. So.
So that's just telling you what to do, plant seeds, harvest crops. So she wants you to harvest at least one natively grown crop, and then from there we'll be able to get a botanist. So this is kind of how you get more people into town. Right now the only people in this town is Rosie and Jade.
Okay.
But the more you bring into the colony, the more it attracts other people, and then I think you get 12 people in total, and all of them are romanceable.
Hey. A rat.
Honestly, the rats don't do anything.
They're so cute.
They're just there and adorable.
I do love games that let me do things I can't normally do, like bend down and plant things with my hands. I feel that. Like, that's why I love renovation games, because I'm like, look at all this stuff that I can customize and do but with my bare hands.
Yeah.
That sure as shit wouldn't happen because my body cannot.
Yeah. Oh, to the right, you'll see the bird nest where you can get more,
Seeds.
Yeah. So I think Rosie also had mentioned that you can make a workbench by going to the 3D printer.
I like foraging in games. Like, I like searching for things and finding things.
Yeah.
Alright, so I should go back inside?
Yeah. So if you go back to the administration building, we can take a look at the 3D printer and see what you need in order to make the... Ooh, there's scrap there. What you need in order to make the workbench or whatever it is that she wanted.
I'm foraging.
I do like the look of this game too. In comparison with Stardew Valley, because it Kat says it looks like the cooler version of Stardew.
Yeah, it looks like a higher tech.
Yeah, it has more pixels.
Yes.
And so another thing that I kind of talked to Casper about that I really liked about Verdant Skies is that it's kind of the reverse of where Stardew puts its emphasis. So Stardew puts its emphasis on the farming and the like other like mechanics that way, as opposed to the village and the people in the village and everything. So the people in the village tend to be like a little flatter. The relationship mechanics aren't as extensive, things like that. But with Verdant Skies, it feels like it's the reverse. The farming is still nice, it's still satisfying, but the majority of the time and energy seems to be spent on building the characters to make them feel like people and make the relationships feel more real and look at you go.
I like this fishing game.
I know, right? Oh, you can also get seeds from that. Nice.
Yeah.
So I feel like the people, the characters in this game feel more real.
Scrap.
And I do really enjoy that.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm also kind of doing this mostly because I got lost on my way back to the building. So I don't know where I'm supposed to be going.
You're okay. There is a map. You can find it in the lower right.
Oh, there it is.
You might also be able to press M. Okay, so the map is a little difficult to read.
Oh, I see it. Okay,
Yeah, so
it's weird.
It's more compassy. So you'll see that you have like the red bit. So the red bit is kind of like where your future house will be. It's where the field is that you're currently tending. But you can see in the very lower left is where Jade and Rosie are. Mm-hmm. And Jade is usually in the administration building. Okay. So you can go towards her. I also found that this map is really nice because you always know where all the other villagers are.
Which is very handy, and is my biggest frustration of Stardew, is finding where the fuck people are.
Yeah, so it's really nice to know that's like readily accessible.
What was that?
I think something grew.
Okay, I'm not gonna lie, that sound... Oh, I don't think I should be picking flowers right in front of people's houses.
Go back.
Wait, here?
Oh yeah, you can also take off the map by clicking the mappy thing again. Right, so that monitor to the right is where you would buy new blueprints.
Okay.
In order to be able to craft more things in the future. But right now we're going to the 3D printer. So if you go into your storage closet and to the upper left. So here's the industrial 3D printer, all the things you can make. I think the upper left is what she wanted you to do, which is the workbench, which needs 3 lumber. So that means that we'll go out to a tree and start wailing on a tree.
Oh, I gotta click. I use the NPC location mod in Stardew for that, so I don't have to wiki schedules. I still wiki schedules. I shouldn't. I really want to get that mod.
Yeah, that sounds really good. Oh, what you'll notice right now, as the edges get a little fuzzy, is because you're getting close to exhausted. So as you look at the upper right, you notice that you're almost like totally exhausted.
Yeah, I need to go.
So there's 2 ways for you to get more energy back. One is to sleep, one is to eat. Right now you notice that it's like 5 p.m. If you wanted to keep going, if you look into your lower left inventory, you might have a snack. Oh, you do. In the bottom right, you have the heart fruit, and you also have the cob berries, I think they're called. Right, and then you can eat those. Nom nom. Yay! So now you have more energy.
So like Stardew, okay.
Yeah. So remember, you always want to keep track of how much stamina you're using, and then balance it out with eating or sleeping as appropriate.
Okay, I have the lumber.
Yeah, so you can go in and go to the 3D printer and starting that process. So the 3D printer is still going to take time in order to create what you're telling it to create. So
2 hours.
Yep.
That is fine with me.
Yeah.
All right. It's the end of the day, so...
Yeah, so you can go ahead and sleep.
This game is delightful. I like this game.
Yeah, I also really like it.
Each time you fill your relationship bar, there's a new special event with that person. Ooh.
Yeah. I also really like how with Verdant Skies in regards to the special events, you so in Stardew you kind of have to track down what's going to trigger the special event.
Yeah, you have to like look up, okay, where do I unlock this heart event?
Yeah, it's like, where do I need to go? At what time? Does it need to be raiding? Blah, blah, blah. With Verdant Skies, it's pretty much always you go to the person's house, the event starts. And if it's not then, the person will literally tell you, hey, why don't you come by and have lunch with me? Come to my house at between 11 and 1. Or come to the cave where we met. Things like that. Aww.
I like you too, Cass.
I like you too.
I love this stream. This is fun.
Yeah.
All right.
So, some things that I'm going to recommend is you can talk to. So this doesn't pause the counter, but I recommend talking to people in order to boost your relationship with them. So just like saying hi to them every day.
Okay.
And then also going to like water your crops, things like that. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Wait.
You can pick up your workbench in the 3D printer.
Take all?
Yeah, so that's popped into your inventory. What I would recommend is to put the workbench where your future house is going to be.
Okay.
So, which is going to be by your field. If you like, you can go up and talk to Jade.
Oh, yes, I want to do that.
So if you go to the right and up, just give her a good old hello. We will never get additional funding if we cannot find something to show for our efforts. Okay. You'll notice that, yeah. So, in every person's house, they're going to have a collection that you can fulfill, and then completing that collection is going to give you more relationship points.
Okay. I have everything for this.
Yeah, so if you like, you can pop that all in there. Little lumber, little scrap, little stone. Ooh.
Oh.
The other one's gone. Yeah.
I have to go swimming now, so I'm going to leave, but thanks for vibing. Hey! Well, hey, next time, I'd love to have you come hang out for longer, and here soon, I'll have to come swimming with you. Have fun!
Have fun swimming!
Yee. Ooh.
Yeah. I think there's 4 tiers for the collections. Good work, colonist. I am pleased that you're taking your responsibilities seriously.
Oh, she's so pretty.
She is very pretty. Remember, these 3 resources are essential to everything you will construct. Do not get complacent. I have plenty more reacquisitions for you to fill. Yeah, so if you click on the desk again, she's going to have a new requirement.
Okay. I like that.
Yeah. It's a great way to boost your relationships with everyone. And it's kind of fun to see like what they prioritize through their items. And it gives you like a bit more to learn about them. Oh, you'll also notice the little thingy with the antenna. So that's kind of like your shipping bin.
Oh.
So you can shovel your stuff in there, and then it tells you how much money you're going to make. And you make that money immediately.
Oh, that's nice. Should I sell...
I'll
keep the food.
Anything. Oh, you have to send it out. Right, ship now.
So is that good?
Yeah, because you can do this as many times as you like. And it just zoops out.
And the flowers regrow.
Yep, the flowers regrow. Oh, and I forgot, when you complete the collections, you usually get like furniture items and stuff like that.
Yeah, I got a bookshelf, which I want to put down.
Yeah, you can put it in your future house. So if you go by your field, you don't necessarily need to water your field right now since it's raining. But you'll notice these little signs. These signs tell you about future projects you can do. So if you click on them, so it says here, in order to complete a town plaza, you would need to contribute 5 stone, and then it'll cost $400.
Yeah. Okay.
So if you go a bit more north up this path, this is where would be your future house. So you can talk to it. So for a future house, you're going to need 3 scrap, 2 stone, 5 lumber, and $10. Which I think is pretty damn cheap for a house.
Oh my god, I wish. Will the trees grow back?
Yep, the trees grow back too.
Four lumber.
Ooh, so we need 5 lumber, 2 stone, and then we'll need 1 more scrap.
How many stone did I need?
2.
Okay. So I need 1 more wood
Mm-hmm.
and some scrap.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so walking around, you'll be able to find scrap.
Okay. I'm not going to chop down more than I need to right now.
Yeah, stamina is the big kicker at the very beginning.
Scrap.
Yeah, but thankfully you can find a lot of berries and such
Oh.
to eat. Oh yeah, so that's a little friend. So that's a crystal blob, I believe. Eventually you'll be able to extract DNA from it so you can clone it. But right now you don't have the tool, so you'll just be able to look at it. There it goes.
Need more star fruit. Yeah, I need more star fruit.
I know.
Gotta up my stamina bar.
Yeah. Until then, it's eating everything you can shove in your mouth. Ooh, more scrap and heart fruit.
And I love the I love the aesthetic of this game.
I know. It's very cute.
More scrap.
Yeah.
Oh, another friend.
Yeah. Super cute.
Oh my god, you're so cute.
Yeah, that's the chicken.
Now, do I get to, like, have any of these animals?
Yeah. Eventually you'll be able to take DNA from them and then clone them and then have one of your own.
I'm not sure what I'm fishing for now. Oh, I forgot how this worked.
You're okay.
I'm not sure necessarily what I'm fishing for, considering... Can I cook?
Yeah. So eventually with your house, you'll be able to put stuff in your fridge and cook.
Ah, see, that's another fishing game. That's another mini game that I always love in games.
Yeah.
I always love cooking mini games.
Yeah. Unfortunately, it's not a mini game itself. It's more closer to like Stardew, where you just like pick a recipe and
I guess
have the ingredients.
Yeah, I guess that's what I meant.
Yeah, but it is nice to like have it as an option.
A cooking mechanic, I guess I should say.
Mm-hmm.
I always like a cooking mechanic.
Yeah, I love collecting recipes and stuff like that. What I also find really cool is that the higher relation, like with certain characters, if you get a high relationship with them, they'll give you a recipe for something.
Okay. So this really did take a lot of inspiration from Stardew.
Oh yeah.
Yeah! Oh, I'm so good at this fishing game.
You're very good at the fishing game. A+.
Thank you. I now see why Jason likes them. I've never understood until now.
Turns out all you need to do is be really good at them.
You
and
know?
then they're fun.
You know, I just need to be good, and then they're good.
Oh, do you want to go and build your house?
Yes.
So I believe it's to your right.
Here, let me get this flower first.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'll collect things on my way so that I can sell them.
Yeah. You'll also notice that in the overworld, you'll see flowers that are like orange or purple, but when you pick them, there's only ever 3 types of flowers, red, blue, and yellow.
I wondered why I saw, like, so many, like, I was like, I picked so many flowers, but I only saw 3 types in my, so that makes sense.
There's only 3 types.
But I like that there's, like, an aesthetic variety.
Yeah. I really do like the cool, like, it feels alien, but still homey.
Yeah. It's, like, not too unfamiliar.
Yeah.
Oh, I want to water those.
You can also click on them to get an idea of how they're doing. Yeah, looks a bit dry.
Okay, how do I...
Why don't you pop off the map? Bloop. Right, so to the left, you have your
Oh,
square
right,
map.
yeah.
Okay. And then you can hose everything down. You'll notice that there's another field like right next to this one. But you don't want to plant anything there just yet because the hose here doesn't reach to the other field.
Oh. Oh, that is a growth. Oh, I never said my thought earlier. That sound reminds me of a sound that I would hear in a game on, like, oldbarbie.com. Such a comfortable nostalgia from that little twinkling sound. Wow, if only it were that easy.
So cute. And you can also upgrade your home. For right now, you have the things that you need. So you have your kitchen. In the upper left, you'll see you have your fridge. So all the fish that you fish automatically go to that fridge.
Oh, nice.
And then all the like recipes that you make, also, and all the crops that you harvest also automatically go to your fridge. So it helps with keeping inventory set.
Nice.
Yeah. Bish.
So here, I'll... For now.
Yeah. And
Can I cook with them?
I think so. Maybe not the scavenge stuff. It depends. I can't remember if there's a recipe for it, or if it needs to be processed into something else. But if nothing else, you do always want to make sure that you keep snacks on you for stamina.
Oh, true.
At the foot of your bed, you'll see there's a chest. You can also use that for storage.
So should I leave these in storage or keep them on me for now?
I'd say keep them on you.
Okay. Oh, what should I do with my workbench?
Oh, you should set that down somewhere. Not in storage.
No.
You can either put it inside or you can also put it outside.
Oh, I think we'll put it outside.
Okay. I know in my game I put mine like outside next to my my stuff. Oh, and you can use that to customize your house.
Oh, that's cool.
You have to put down the thingy. Yeah.
Oh.
Oh, you got it. Yeah. So you can set down the workbench wherever it's green. Yay! Alright, and then you can click on the workbench. Yeah, so you can make flower bouquets, which are a good way to
Oh, hello.
sell, get money, and then I know that's also required for one of Jade's bundles. We will never get additional funding if we cannot find something to show for our efforts.
She just showed up, so I was like, I'm going to talk to her. Well, here.
Yeah. So something to keep in mind is that doing these things will often take time.
Yeah.
So the workbench may not take energy, but it usually does take time. And you can find out how much time when you hover over something. It'll tell you, okay, flower bouquet takes 10 minutes, but to craft a desk, it'll take 4 hours. Things like that.
Okay. Well, it's getting late and I'm getting sleepy. So I'll hit the hay for now.
Mm-hmm.
I'm liking this game a lot. If you deplete your energy, you'll pass out. To regain energy, sleep, or eat something.
Yeah. Buenos dias, Casper. Rise and shine.
Oh, I love her. That was it.
Did I wake you? It's time to get up, lazy bones. The early bird catches the worm. Then again, the early worm gets eaten. I have something for you. I felt awful about your ship exploding and Jade making you pay for it. So I made you this music box. You can use it to play any music discs you receive. I loaded a couple songs to start you off, but I'm sure other people will be more than happy to share their favorites too.
Well, that's fun.
I'll let you get ready for the day. Hasta luego, Casper.
Oh, I love Rosie. Here, let's go put this back in our house.
Oh, you can put it on the end table next to your bed.
Oh.
Ta-dum.
Okay. Got like a smooth...
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Alright, we're thinking like cheery, like beginning intro to an 80s music video.
It makes me think of like Winter Wonderland songs.
Yeah. I like this one. Alright, let's go explore the outside.
Oh, and don't forget your crops.
Oh, yes, of course. They're looking great. All right. Oh, this looks gorgeous. Like this, like, gosh, I wish I could, like, live a life like this, you know?
I know.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. So you no longer have to stay in the storage closet. You now have a house.
Alrighty.
Yeah. So right now there are a couple of goals that you can work for while you're waiting for your crops to come in. You can continue exploring the map or check in with some of your current residents to see if if you want to like improve your relationships with them.
I should.
Yeah, you can also work on constructing things. So we know that the town plaza is going to require a certain amount of, I think, stone, and then like $400.
Well then.
Oh, there's Jade. If you want to say hi to Jade.
I don't think I've said hi to her this morning.
Yeah. So you can also see a lot of people wandering around. What's also nice is when you get close to them, they stop.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah. Must we seriously converse on a daily basis, colonist?
I'm just saying hi.
Between you and Rosie, it is a wonder I get any work done at all.
I'm just saying good morning.
There's only 3 people on this planet. The rocks grow back too.
That's great. I love that.
And then in the upper right, we're gonna make sure we keep track of our stamina.
Oh yeah.
But you'll notice that like it goes into like these like news symbols depending on like how exhausted you are.
Yeah. What do they say?
No more standing in front of their door for 3 in-game hours holding a horseradish.
Yeah.
Oh god, I can't spell horseradish either. But yeah, so with the map, you don't have to track anyone down. You don't have to like figure out what specific thing they like, because you can just go to their collection and then it'll tell you what they want, and that's how you build the relationship that way. Otherwise, you're just saying hi to everyone every day. And it isn't a slog to fill up their relationship meters, I'll tell you that.
Which is nice, because sometimes it feels like it is like a pinch in Stardew.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah! I am so good at fishing.
Gonna fill your fridge with fish. All right. Oh, and to the left of the administration building is Rosie's workshop. You can tell a lot about a person based on their favorite tool. What's yours? Just the idea of my favorite tool is clamps.
Yeah, no.
I sure love clamping things.
No.
Those are really locking things
Nope.
into place.
Nope. Let's, my computer, maybe?
Sure. That's
No.
not quite what I had in mind.
No! No!
Don't worry, it's very easy to refill that. That's nice.
God damn it. I can't do anything right. I'm gonna go pick flowers.
And cry. You can also remove the map from the screen.
Okay, so I should work on...
Let's see here. You can build bouquets to sell. Oh, also if you go down south even more, there's a beach and you can catch ocean fish.
Oh. So then can I take the fish out of my fridge and then sell them?
Yep.
Is that worth it?
I don't see why not.
I'm gonna just try to kind of gauge what... Pesky puffer. Another pesky puffer.
Nice. Oh, and you can get stuff from that. So that's just to get special items if you have a code.
Oh, those solar panels over there?
Probably.
I love that.
Yeah.
This is so calming.
Yeah.
Like, I see why you're so into this game. This is so nice.
It is very nice.
Fuck.
Hey, the citrus tang.
Chasing from my Animal Crossing days, yay to no sea bass.
It's fair.
I have also, well, I already said that earlier. I have never played Animal Crossing.
Yeah. I've played played some Animal Crossing. I find that it gets a little tedious after a while. Oh, scrap. Let's see here. If you like, we can also check on the 3D printer that's in the administration building and see if there's anything else that you want to create.
Oh, yeah. Hold on, let me get these fish.
You're good.
I'm on a roll.
I always play it for like 4 days, then ignore it for 5 months. I get that.
That's so valid.
It's like, I remember playing, like when, I think it's New Horizons first came out. I remember playing a lot of it for like 2 weeks and then never touched it again. Oh, on the map, you'll also see that there's a little crop symbol. That means that your crops are now harvestable.
Hey.
Jade, I think you just pushed the wrong button. Absolutely not. It's a machine. It can only make what you tell it to. I think it is defective. We need another opinion. What do you think, colonist?
I don't know what happened.
Well, there is a no comment option. You did just walk in here.
Are they gonna hate me for that?
I don't think so. I guess it was unfair to ask Casper to take a side. Apparently Casper knows how to play it safe. I have no use for another printer. Is it possible to convert it back into scrap? No, once you've crafted something, it's permanent. You'll need to get new resources. Now I will need to reacquisition more materials. Looks like it is your lucky day, colonist. I am feeling generous. I will not even charge you for this. Yay, so you have your own 3D printer now.
Hell yeah. Oh,
you can make a grinder. So that can turn crops into other ingredients. It can turn certain stone into fertilizer. It can do other things too.
I'm gonna make one.
Sure, go for it.
I like cooking.
Blorp, blorp. So that's going to take a little bit to do. And then you can also make the new, put the new 3D printer down by your house.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you just want to make sure to come back for your thing in the administration 3D printer.
Yes.
Oh yeah, we can harvest some of your crops. So you can do that by just clicking on them. Ta-da! You've harvested your first crop. I can dig it. Alright, so you can now plant new things.
Alright.
You can also take the map down.
Oh, yes. Let me take the map down. I love how the mechanics seem to branch out. Yeah.
It's really nice because you start with farming and then you get access to the gene splicer where you can start futzing with the traits of it, getting cool stuff and trying to take out the negative aspects of certain seeds. And then regrowing the best ones, things like that. You can also work into getting automatic sprinklers, and to also have access to other fields that let you plant different seeds.
Oh. Oh.
No, same thing. Right.
Okay, so I just need to go back to her office.
Mm-hmm. So that should start the biologist event.
I'm slowly figuring out where things are.
You're good, yeah. It really does come as second nature later on.
It's also want to just make sure that I get... I'm fine. I'm just tired is all. Oh!
Oh, do you want to voice him?
I just needed a moment to appreciate the character design.
He is very pretty.
He's very pretty. Thank you, Administrator. I'm very pleased to be here. I will keep you updated on my discoveries. Good day. Just the person I was hoping to bump into. You must be Casper. I owe you my gratitude. I would not be here if it were not for you. Your hard work to prove that plants can be cultivated by Viridius?
I just say Viridis.
Viridis Primus secured my assignment to the colony. Where are my manners? I'm Dr. Wyatt Jones, your resident biologist. Your botanist. Sorry. Well, aren't you handsome?
Every spacefaring colony needs a reliable botanist, and Dr. Wyatt Jones is yours. Friendly, albeit a little distant, Wyatt finds little use for small talk. However, he will be more than happy to speak at length regarding the sciences. Use his vast knowledge to aid you in your farming endeavors.
I adore him.
He is honestly adorable. I do also love him.
I believe I can assist you with improving your crops. My lab is just north of here. Please feel free to visit me anytime.
Whee! Yeah. So you'll actually, so his house is just north of yours.
I figured it wouldn't hurt to just, like, escort you home.
Yeah.
Oh, right. You
Wait.
stop.
Yeah, but you can still say hi to him.
Can I still?
You can pick flowers on the way.
Hi, Shy.
Hello.
Welcome to the stream. We just met our first new colonist.
Yeah, our botanist.
Dr. What was it, Wyatt Jones?
Yes.
The colors of the local flora are so vibrant. I'm still trying to figure out which ones are edible. Could you do me a favor and taste this? If it burns or tingles, do not swallow it and let me know immediately. I will do this for you. Oh, it doesn't even ask.
Yeah.
I did that for you. No questions asked.
Just in mouth it goes.
It immediately.
How?
Nom, nom. All right.
Oh,
So,
wait, don't you want to go to his house?
yeah. Let me. Oh.
What's up?
Up. I want to eat.
Oh, yeah.
I realize I don't need to drag it. I can just.
Nom nom.
All right. Let's pick flowers on our way to his house. Hello, Wyatt. Hello. Well, don't you have a swanky little house? Hello, Casper. Glad you could stop by. Are you familiar with the gene splicing machine? Ah, here it is.
Here it is.
The gene splicing.
Splice them jeans.
No. What's it do? There are a couple of features you may find useful as you continue to grow crops here on Viridis Primus. I can't read. When you highlight a bag of seeds, the machine scans for genetic traits. The machine then adds the trait with its associated genome to a list for future reference. Many traits are advantageous. They can improve the quality of the crop or cause the plant to regrow on its own. Others have negative effects. If you place 2 bags of seeds into the machine, you can splice them into a new hybrid. Choose wisely where you splice to optimize the positive attributes. Carefully consider the seeds you place into the machine. You only receive 1 new seed from each combination.
So here's the gene splicing. So you can just like plug various things into here, and then it'll be like, oh, it has this quality. Okay, and then yeah, and then don't hit splice yet. Oh, they have to be the same type of plant.
That makes sense.
Right. So right now, if you splice them, you'll get something that don't do it yet. You'll get something. I know you don't. Not yet. Not yet. You'll get something that's a bigger product, but you can move the little scissory thing. Like
Okay.
move it left or right, and sometimes that will affect what genomes are expressed.
Huh. Interesting.
Yeah. You can also switch where the 2 are placed, and that may also affect what things are expressed.
Huh. I want to see what happens.
Yeah. Ta-da! New seed. It'll give you a bigger product. So you can put your own labels. I don't bother to. It's whatever you want.
I'll come back to this.
Oh, do you want to get your seed out of there? There you go.
This is my seed.
Oh, yeah. So this is his collection, and what you can fill it up with.
Well, thankfully for you, sir, I love flowers.
So much. Love picking them.
Excellent foraging, Casper. Those floral samples should help me in my research. This is scratching that itch of mine that in Stardew wanted to romance Demetrius.
Oh, here you go. Hot scientist.
As your first reward, enjoyed this fine bookcase. I just got another book. Oh, but it looks like that. Nice. My new request requires you grow some native crops. Here is an extra seed chest to help you expanding your farming. Aww.
Nice.
Thank you.
Yeah, so you can check his new collection, see what it would require. Mm-hmm. So he wants you to grow. A lot of the seeds are relative to this region, which is the plains. So what I would recommend with that seed chest is to put it in the field next to yours.
I want to see the rest of his house.
Oh yeah.
Damn, dude.
It's got a cool house.
Damn, buddy. Love your house. Oh.
Okay, so that's their diary. So it can like choose various things. It's not really relative to what you're doing right now, but you can use it later to like break up, start dating, have a baby, blah blah.
Okay, interesting. Guess botanist pays well. I guess it does.
Yeah. So brains and cheekbones, hell yeah.
You know.
If nothing else, I feel like space botanist pays real well. Oh, there's also a sign there because you can build a bridge to the right coast area there.
How dirty is this floor that everywhere you go, dirt just flies up? I guess, like, no one wipes off their feet.
Space dirt's everywhere. Alright, and just make
also,
sure...
hi, cat.
Oh. There you go.
Okay. Hell yeah. Alright.
Oh, do you want to put down some of the equipment that you have?
Yes.
Okay. So if you go south a little bit, so this is your extra field. You can put the seed chest next to that one. Mm-hmm. And then place. We don't necessarily want to start putting crops here just yet until you have another sprinkler, but it'll be good to put the seed chest down here.
I don't want to, like, go over the flowers.
It's okay if you do. There you go. You also have that 3D printer.
Should I go outside? Or does it really matter?
It doesn't really matter. It big. You can't really put it there because your house would be able to expand into there.
Oh. Well, I'll take the bookcase inside.
Yeah. Books don't do well in the outside with rain.
No.
You can also put the bookcase into your storage container for later if you run out of room. I'm gonna have to first get out of this. There you go.
Shy asks, is this a queer game? My husband was asking what it was, lol, and I wasn't sure.
Oh, Shy. Oh, Shy. Yeah. So, what I really do like is, so firstly, your character, you can present how you will. It's not going to ask you your gender. You can romance every single person that you see, whether they're male, female, or non-binary. There is a canonical non-binary person that eventually comes to visit. There's also a canonically trans person.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
So yes.
Yes, it is indeed queer.
We need to, like, make a doc of all the queer approved games we play.
Queer approved.
Well, like this, or Dream Daddy, or Stardew, or whatever.
I do love I do love the characters in this game, and yes, it is very queer in various ways.
Yeah. It was a pleasure to meet you yesterday. Please stop by my lab at your earliest convenience so that we can discuss how you can assist me with my research.
Oh, Dr. Jones.
Oh, doctor, give me the news. I got a bad case of loving you. Bum.
No pill's gonna heal my thrill.
Wait, shouldn't I? Wait, I should save some of these and make flower
You can't stack them.
bouquets.
Yeah.
Because you said I could sell them, right?
Yeah, so you can pop your current bouquet in there.
But don't I need that for,
Oh, yeah, and you can also save it for, no, Jade's collection. Still, I'm still fanning myself over Jason being on Dream Daddy.
Listen.
Aren't we all?
Listen. Damien's great. Ness you have a bumper sticker of Damien, don't you?
I think so. It's not on my car, but I do have it. Oh yeah, so you can split the stack. Yep. Oop. There we go. Yay. Money!
Money!
Right, now remember you have to ship it before you get money. Now you get money.
That'd be nice to get money that often and then immediately.
Yeah.
I wish I could get flowers for going out and picking. Oh, Nightbot.
Oh no! What Nightbot do?
Timed out Shy for a couple of seconds for spamming emotes.
Shy.
No, you're good, Shy. Don't worry about it. I forgot to update the spam protection stuff.
Do you want to water your crops?
Yes, I do need to do that.
And visit Dr. Jones? Oh wait, since you're down by the administration building, do you want to get your thing out of the 3D printer there?
Yes, and also put the bouquet in.
Oh yeah, in Jade's desk. Okay, and then take home. Right, and then...
I don't think I need any of this that I can't. I don't need a seed chest or a workbench.
Nope. Nothing else. You have the 3D printer closer to your house, too.
Oh, yeah, I was just thinking, like, since I'm here.
That's fair.
All right.
Okay. Hey.
All right.
And in order to make the berry jam and bread, you actually need the grinder that you just made.
Hey. Oh, hello.
Hi, Rosie. I understand why we needed to pack light. I just wish I could have brought more tools.
That's fair.
Mm-hmm.
I can tell you love your tools. Here.
He's quite the mechanic. You still gotta ship it.
Yeah, I'm used to in Stardew just like walking away, you know?
I know. I just want to let you know so you can get your money. There you go.
Okay, there we go.
Alright, and eventually make your way back to Farm and or Wyatt.
Okay. It's fine. It's like 12:30. Unlike Stardew, time goes like at a more reasonable pace here.
That's fair, yeah. Alright, and Wyatt's just north of you.
Since I know he's in there.
If nothing else, the event happens as long as you go into their house, even if they're wandering elsewhere.
Oh, that's nice.
Mm-hmm.
All right, back to Perlers as I listen to you both play. Have fun. Thank you for the lurk.
Perlin.
Yeah. Welcome back to my lab. The plant life I've discovered thus far has been most impressive, but I am certain there are even better specimens in the marsh to the southwest. Can you visit the marsh and find some new interesting specimens? Hell yeah, I can.
For you, Dr. Jones, anything.
Oh, and it like guides me.
Yeah, which is very helpful. Okay. What you're also going to learn is that so the marsh is considered a separate biome to here in the plains.
Baby.
Yeah, it's the sheep. So you'll find different, I know. Oh, you'll find different seeds there. And the seeds that you find there can only be used in a field in the marsh. So just like here in the bird nest here, you'll find seeds that are native to the plains and only can be planted in fields in the plains. Yeah.
Okay.
Same with the marsh and same with the mountains. Uh-oh. Your feet are sinking into the marsh. I'll need some sort of special equipment to enter. Maybe Rosie can help me make something. Should find her on the map. Talk to Rosie. Say, Rosie, I'm sinking into the marsh. That's gonna eat me. Bye-bye.
That's to knock my medication off the table.
Sorry.
Oh, hey.
Hey, Casper, what's up? The marsh? You'll need to create some special equipment to get in. But I don't think I have any designs for something like that.
Oh, darn.
Have you used the Planetary Pioneer blueprint system yet?
Nope.
I'll send you its location. It's a great piece of machinery. I wish I had designed it. For a small fee, you can purchase blueprints for some really useful things. Once you have a blueprint, you can use the 3D printer to create it. Buy the blueprint for the wetland walkers. Once you craft those new boots, you'll be in the marsh in no time. Ta-da!
Okay, so that's what this is.
Yep. So you can purchase the blueprint for the thingy. There you go. Ta-da!
Okay.
Right, so now you have to go to a 3D printer and find out what you need in order to print it and make it.
I'm trying to think of where the closest one is.
In the administration building.
You're so right.
Hi, Jade.
Did I talk to you yet?
Does everyone think they can spend the whole day loafing about? There is still much to be done. Please get back to work.
I am. I'm just saying hi.
Right,
I need another scrap.
Yeah, so we'll just wander around until we find more scrap.
Alright, I got plenty of energy and time to do that.
Whee!
And I can also collect more flowers.
Flowers galore.
And seeds.
Yeah. Wow, it's like real life boss battles. That you're fighting your boss.
Yeah, literally. It's like, listen, yeah, this is what I was thinking when I asked if there were solar panels.
Oh yeah, I believe so. It would make sense, since I think Rosie's lab is right there.
Yep. It's almost like a mixture of Don't Starve and Stardew. Like in mechanics and stuff.
I can kind of see that.
Like, it feels more like Stardew, but with the way that you point and click and move about, it feels more like Don't Starve.
I can see that.
And the way you interact with things. Like with the hammering and the chopping.
Yee.
I mean, that is a good thing, because that's another one of my favorite games.
Oh yeah. Alright, so you did find the other scrap if you want to start a 3D printer or rockin' and a rollin'.
Yeah, I'll do the one closer to my house, though.
That's fair.
So I can get it in the morning.
Yeah, super smart.
Can I fish even with low energy?
Think so.
Looks like it. Okay. Any big fish? Any big fish? Big fish.
Hey. Bloop.
Got some salmon.
Salmon.
Because I couldn't wear the salmon-colored clothes. Well, I wore the salmon-colored sash. I love the sound effects. Hello, Casper. I was just examining a sample of Poaceae
That I have no idea. That sounds good to me.
I recently collected. Is that some kind of plant? Is that
Sure.
is
yeah.
that very sweet, Casper? It's a scientific name for what you might call grass.
Yay! You did it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's only the
Okay.
first one of the day that counts.
Oh yeah, I just wanted to see what the response would have been.
Yeah, that's fair.
Let me water my crops. Because I guess I forgot to do that.
Oh, it actually dries up much faster than in Stardew. Like in Stardew, you can you only have to water like once a day, but here it's usually closer to like twice, maybe 3 times a day.
Oh wow. Good to know.
Yeah. Be careful of that stamina.
Yep, I'm just gonna...
Oh, walkers. Right, you have to wait. It's gonna be like 8 hours. Speep.
Yeah, I'm gonna speep.
Oh, you can also cook when you have low energy, but a lot of time.
Okay. I want to see. Oh, what's this? Okay.
Okay. So just saying you can build it into 3D printer. And I think the one on top also needs to be red. With a lot of these, it is possible to complete the job without ever opening up the thing.
Okay.
So you can always mark them as red or even hide the ones for finished jobs.
Salad, seafood. Seafood does sound really good.
I know. Sushi. So if you hover over them, it'll also tell you how long it takes to make. So 40 minutes, 20 minutes, that sort of thing. Oh, and keep in mind you also have the grinder thingy that you made.
Yes.
Alright, if you click on that. So you can make a bunch of stuff. Berry jam. Oh, you can make flour since you grew the grain. And then you can use the flour to make bread.
I know more is...
Yeah. I'll also let you know that you can sell your like crops and fish and stuff. Raw forms of things, so like crops in crop form, sell more than it processed in like dishes and such forth. But so it's kind of the reverse of Stardew.
Okay.
But when it's processed, it gives you more energy.
I have tended my fields today.
Have you?
Should I say...
You bet.
But you can see I haven't. I haven't had the chance.
Okay, yeah. Then do not dally about chatting with me. Get back to work.
Okay, fine. It didn't go down.
Yeah.
So that's fine.
Yeah.
I literally just walked outside.
Oh, yay. Boots.
Boots! Awesome!
Yeah, so you can now walk around in the marsh. I hear a puppy.
Talk to Rosie or Wyatt. Well, I'm gonna go talk to Wyatt. I was like, he's closer, but also I'm gay. I'm gonna pick all the flowers by his house.
To show you love.
Hello? You're
No,
not
he's
in your
not home
house,
right
are
now.
you?
I don't think you could pull up the map
Nope.
indoors.
Wait.
Oh,
Who's...
he's just over there.
Oh. By the look on your face, I presume you had some success obtaining wetland walkers. Yeah, I made the boots.
Mm-hmm.
Wonderful. Thank you for your enthusiasm for advancing the biological sciences. Of course. Many people lack that passion and have little appreciation for what can be learned. You know what? I genuinely have that appreciation. This is not just an in-character game. I love nature.
You do.
I do. As you explore the marsh, look for some interesting specimens. I leave the choice of samples to your discretion. I look forward to evaluating your finds.
Yay.
Alright.
Alright, into the marsh we go. I'll let you know that there's a specific thing you need to find that's considered the sample in the marsh.
Okay, how do I mark some of these as red?
Oh. Mark all as red. Right at the bottom. Boop. And then you can also hide finished jobs.
Oh. Oh, that is far less stressful. Okay, cool. Yay! Okay, and the marsh was over this way.
Mm-hmm. Your marsh is to your left. It is southwest.
Going all the way down.
Collect all the samples. E. I know there's a specific thing to collect, but there's a lot in the marsh to find, and I do like it. The marsh is spooky!
Is there stuff I gotta worry about in here?
Oh no, there's nothing that can ever harm you.
I like that in a game.
Yeah, so you can't tend to any of the fields here just yet, just because you don't have extra sprinklers right now, but it's something that you can do eventually.
My brain keeps telling me to pick the mushrooms.
Unfortunately, you can't pick the mushrooms.
That's so sad.
I know, it really is. They look so inviting. But you can fish for marsh fish.
That brings me joy. Ooh, that's a cool looking fish.
It's a stinky inky.
A goldfish.
Yay.
Okay.
Alright, and this also opens up the marsh so you can find more scrap, find more seeds. You might want to look into eventually making more sprinklers so you can farm in more areas.
Damn it.
Yay! Caught all the marsh fish. Because you got that eel. A dazed eel.
So how do I make a sprinkler?
That's something that you would do with your 3D printer. I can't remember the specific ingredients for it, so that's something that you'll just have to check out when you're closer to home. Eel.
Got a lot of scrap out here.
Yeah. Oh, why don't you go into that big bundle of trees? That's a mushroom you can pick!
Oh, hell yeah. Oh, that's the sample.
Yeah! I did not know that for the first time I played. And so I thought he meant the crops that you can grow in the marsh. He didn't. He just meant that fungus.
Oh, well, I appreciate you helping me.
You're good. Also, so there aren't really seasons in Verdant Skies. Here's the thing. Verdant Skies is actually a pretty short game. There's only 2 seasons, summer and eclipse. And during eclipse, you none of the plants grow. They kind of go into hibernation instead. So you don't have to worry about like any of your seeds being out of season or having to wait until a certain season to grow anything. You just have to make sure it's in the right biome. But it does mean that Verdant Skies is much, much shorter of a game than like Stardew.
Where you can play for a very long time.
Yeah. But yeah, I'd say Verdant Skies is a much smaller game than Stardew overall. But I do really enjoy playing it. It's a lot of fun. It's like one of the main criticisms of Verdant Skies is that there's not enough. I wish there was more Verdant Skies.
Yeah, and it doesn't seem like it's like, I was thinking maybe it's like a newer game. But I looked it up and it's been around for a little bit. Like a few years. But we'll appreciate it for what it is.
Hell yeah. As you fish every single fish.
It's fun.
It really is fun. I do enjoy the fishing.
I like the fishing one in this.
Yeah. Eventually you can also upgrade your tools. So,
Okay.
you'll be able to get like a harpoon that makes it easier to fish. Like it responds more readily and like launches much faster.
Well, that'd be nice.
Yeah. Oh, and I think once we get the fungus to Wyatt, that might unlock the doctor.
Oh, well, let me go do that then. Let's have crops.
Yay, crops. Boop, doop, doo. Okay,
I really like this game a lot.
yeah, I'm glad you do. I thought you might.
We'll probably have to do another stream of this game.
Just so you can keep playing.
Yes.
So you can pick all the flowers.
Yes.
Another thing is, like I said, there's 12 colonists that come. I believe there's 12 anyway. And all of them are romanceable. And honestly, all of them are really cool. I do like them. Hi, Wyatt.
Oh, Casper, you startled me. Now I have ruined the sample I collected this morning.
Oh no!
I'll help you find another.
Hey.
I need Casper the Hunt is half the fun.
Aw.
I like him.
Wyatt's super cool.
Please excuse me, I must resume my research.
Hey.
But I have a...
Oh, I think you have to go into the house. You're just bringing up everything.
Stop it. Stop it.
So a lot of events you have to go into their house.
Gotcha. Ah, okay. I do not often speak with my parents either, though my familiar circumstances are quite different.
Oh, hello, colonists.
Oh, shit. Sorry. Did you find any interesting specimens in the marsh? I found a weird red fungus.
You sure did.
Fantastic work, Casper.
Yay!
This is an extraordinary find. It is possible this could have a medicinal application. I suspected that this planet could hold some significant discoveries with applications back on the home world. Although I am no medical expert.
This is the perfect reason to justify bringing a doctor to this planet. I feel like you should have one if there's people, but whatever. I will contact planetary pioneers immediately. There she goes.
Oh, okay. It's gonna do the whole thing. I'm curious as to what you say.
Oh.
Okay.
I think also it looks like you filled his relationship meter. Try exiting his house and then going back in. Yay, event!
Yay!
So like I said, usually going into the house is enough to trigger a lot of events.
Welcome to my home, Casper. I recently realized that you and I have not yet had time to speak at length. Being that there are so few of us here on the colony, I feel it paramount that we all spend at least a little time getting to know one another. Do you agree? I do agree. Of course. Perhaps you can assist me with this crossword? There are a few clues that have me stumped.
So smooth. That Casanova.
Hell yeah.
Help me with this crossword, would you?
You know? Got me. I'm glad that we had this opportunity to get to spend some time together. I hope you enjoyed my company as much as I did yours. That love of crosswords reminds me of Jared. It was wonderful. Very good. I am sure you have much to do. Have a good day, Casper. I will see you again soon.
Woo!
Yay. Hey, that was nice.
Yeah. So I think there's like 10 events, 10 hearts. Though some of that might also depend on if you decide to romance Wyatt.
True. All right.
Ooh, harvest time. Alright. Oh, yeah, so you'll notice that those ones say that they're for the marsh fields.
Okay.
So they all go in the same chest. The reason why you would have multiple seed chests is just so that it's by the field that you're going to put those seeds in. But all the seed chests connect to one another. I think more towards the top. Yeah. There you go.
This is very satisfying.
Yeah. Let's see here. It looks like you have another message. It might be about the doctor.
Go work on maintaining a successful farming operation. Come see me and I will give you another watering tank. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I've been meaning to talk to her anyway.
Okay. Okay, so she'll be in the administration building.
Oh, let me get these seeds. I'll just use these flowers as I pick them to get my way to this door.
Good work so far, colonist. You should consider expanding your farming operations to other fields. There is another field just east of your first field. Set up the watering tank there. Keep up the farming. You might also be... Oh, threaten me, will they? Pull our funding? Ludicrous. They cannot be serious. They just want to renegotiate on our terms. Oh, colonist, I did not hear you. How dare you sneak up on me like that, even though we talked 3 seconds ago.
Sorry?
No, Casper, I am sorry. You caught me at a bad time.
Anything I can do?
Our primary investor is threatening to pull our funding. They are demanding we ship 50 credits worth of products as soon as possible. Here, I will let you know that if you say 50, I'll ship 150. You will have to ship 150 as opposed to 50.
Wow, that's a lot.
It is a negligible amount considering the money they have invested. A paltry sum compared to what we will make unless they cut our funding and we must abandon the colony. We will show them. We will ship double their request. Ship 100 credits worth of products to show them just how successful we can be.
Okay.
Hey, shipping 100 credits will also get you the, I think shopkeep. Anything you ship will count, blah, blah, blah. Something. Also, if you exit and come in, you might get her event. Hi, Rosie. Bye, Rosie. Never mind.
Not today.
Not today. I'm going to ship all of the flowers.
Not what I meant to do.
You're good.
Wow.
Ta-da!
I'm done.
Wham bam. Jade! Jade! I did the thing!
Tell me I did a good job.
Jade, tell me I did a good job.
Yeah, literally.
Oh, so apparently I think you have to sleep. Have you tended to your fields? That is wonderful, colonist. Keep up the good work.
That's what I wanted. That's fine. I got what I wanted. I'm good. I'm happy.
You're easy to please.
Mm-hmm.
Tell you you're doing a good job, you're good.
Yeah, I mean, you gotta mean it, though. But, like, I feel like she's the type... Oh.
It's just late, because it's now like 10:30 p.m.
Makes the flowers kind of easier to see, though.
That's true.
Oh. I don't have enough money.
You'll get there eventually. Oh, the sheep's right there. Hello, Mr. Sheep. Goodbye, Mr. Sheep.
Wait.
Oh, yeah. You can put your sprinkler down next to here. Or watering tank. Ta-da! You have to hoe your fields first. Now remember, you'll only be able to plant the plain seeds here.
Yeah. I'm just gonna tackle this before I sleep.
Oh, you're good. Unlike Stardew that caps you right at like 2 a.m., You can stay awake the entire time.
Oh, nice.
However, a lot of events are triggered by you sleeping, so it's usually still a good idea to take a rest.
Yeah.
You just can't leave the fish be, now can you?
No. Because my energy is pretty good, so I'm just going to keep doing stuff.
Yeah. Or you can put more seeds into that field you just hoed.
Marsh.
Plains.
Plains.
We also have about 10 more minutes of gaming.
Oh, I see why. I was like, what? Well, I thought you said that I could stay up, and then I realized you meant that it's almost time for stream to end.
Yes.
Well, you know...
But Nessa, you said I could keep gaming.
Well, I'm just gonna keep going around and doing things for about 10 minutes then.
Well, you can sleep and then see if that triggers something.
Hold on. I don't think I had anything else going. Search bird nests for native seeds. Many different genetic variations of each plant can exist.
Also, you can save at any point, not just when you sleep.
Oh, nice. Okay. Oh.
Come meet the doctor in
Hello.
lab. Or come meet the shopkeeper in the administration building. So this is why we slept, so we can meet people. Let's go. As you can thirst. Can you describe the noise it was making again, please, Wyatt?
I suppose it sounds like a mix of grinding and popping.
Maybe something is lodged inside. I guess we'll find out soon enough.
Good morning, what's up? Rosie kindly offered to fix my seed extractor. Would you like to come along? You may learn something as well. Sure. Fantastic. Please accompany us to my lab.
Happy to have you tag along, Casper.
Yeah.
Dios mio, Wyatt. What have you been using this for?
Not for anything out of the ordinary. Have you made a seed extractor for yourself, Casper? Wow, I love the way he changes the conversation. Not yet.
You really should have one for your farm, Casper.
Rosie's correct, though you are always more than welcome to borrow mine. Aww. When it is functioning, of course. I usually only have one problem with my seed extractor. I often forget the crops in my refrigerator. Try not to make the same mistake, Casper.
That sounds more like user error than a problem with the extractor itself.
Yeah.
Too cute.
Chase me. Chase me.
Sorry, Wyatt. I just don't like when people blame machines for the mistakes they make.
It's quite alright, Rosie. You are absolutely correct. A little friendly ribbing now and then, again, helps to keep one's ego in check.
Do you understand how the extractor works now, Casper?
You bet.
Great. Just remember that the seeds you extract are deposited into your seed storage bin.
I'll just immediately take it over. Nice.
Yeah. You won't find them if you look in your inventory.
Well,
Wyatt, it's good as new.
Wonderful. Sorry, I'm eating. Wonderful. Thank you very much, Rosie. You are very kind.
Anytime, Wyatt. That goes for you too, Casper. Just let me know if anything needs fixing.
I love these characters.
They're so cute. All right, now you need to leave and come back in order to meet the doctor. Hey, Casper, did you find anything unusual when you went into the marsh?
Yeah, a neat red fungus.
That's not exactly what I had in mind.
Oh my god.
Whenever I'm out by myself, I could swear that something is watching me. Honestly, I was sure you'd find an alien in the marsh.
Maybe they were hiding?
I'm not sure if you really believe that, Casper, but thanks for not teasing me.
I mean, I do believe it. I do believe you. Because I, Casper Oliver, fully believe in aliens. I want to go on record.
Aliens. So do you want to voice the Doctor? They are non-binary.
Oh, I love them. This first line. Your mother asked if I could gently remind you of her existence. I understand that it has been quite some time since you last called home. You do realize that I may forget to do so yet again once this conversation is over. Do not trouble yourself. I will be certain to let her know that you are still alive. It seems that some things never change. It would appear so. I am glad to find you well. Greetings, Casper. It is my pleasure to introduce you to my dear friend, Dr. Zaheen Patel.
Colonists of Verdant Skies who fall ill will have the privilege of being treated by Dr. Zaheen Patel. Mindfully practicing medicine through a holistic approach, Zaheen is well liked by their patients. Zaheen's presence in the colony is sure to help with morale due to their warm nature and conflict resolution skills.
Hell yeah! I love canonical, non-binary characters.
Eat.
So you are the brave soul who explored the marsh to find that exquisite sample. It is quite an amazing find. I have only begun to unlock its secrets. My clinic is northwest of Rosie's shop. If you have an illness of the body, mind, or spirit, please do not hesitate to visit me.
You have the achievement. Do you do house calls?
Even if you are well, I would still enjoy your company. Oh, I love them.
They're so sweet.
I must get back to my research. I do not wish to make a poor first impression on Administrator Washington. I look forward to getting to know you, Casper. Oh, wrong person. I look forward to getting to know you, Casper. Good day to you both. My brain was expecting him to jump in, and then he didn't. I would wager that you are quite pleased with how readily available new seed samples are. Remember to thank your industrious avian assistants. Okay. All right.
Oh, now to the administration building for the shopkeep.
Yeah, and then we'll wrap up. But we'll definitely play more of this.
Yeah.
Oh. Administration. Berries. Bird is the word. I'm gonna have that song stuck in my head for who knows how long.
Welcome, Casper. Oh, this might actually be your event. I appreciate all the hard work you have been doing since your arrival on Verdant Skies. I wanted to speak to you about the circumstances regarding your arrival.
I'll pay for the pod soon.
After some impassioned pleas from Rosie and some serious consideration, I have decided to waive your debt for the destroyed pod.
Oh, shit.
So she's better than Tom Nook.
Hell yeah.
I have spoken to our investors and they understand that accidents do happen and have agreed to absorb the expense.
Hell yeah. Thank you.
I am glad that you understand it was no small feat securing forgiveness for the debt. Well, Casper, we both have much work to do. Please let me know if you need anything for your fields.
Will do.
Good day. Alright, so I think you'll have to leave and come back for shopkeep.
And then we'll wrap up. Oh.
So do you want me to voice him or you?
I'll voice him. He's just so cranky. I get it.
He's cranky.
This is the resource-rich planet you promised me? And where are all the colonists?
Do not presume to raise your voice at me. This planet still meets all the requirements of your contract.
You've got me there. It does follow the stipulations of the contract. But this is not what we had verbally agreed upon.
Mr. Kelly, I do apologize, but as you know, verbal agreements are unenforceable. It is nothing personal, it is just business.
Yes, ma'am. Business is business. Remember that in our future dealings. Oh, hi, friend. Jade was just telling me all about you. Pleased to meet you. Ah. Miles. Oh, wait, that's just him saying it. Miles Kelly, entrepreneur extraordinaire, investment genius, and most importantly, the man bankrolling this little expedition at your service. Oh.
As a stipulation of his contract to sponsor the colony, Miles Kelly owns the only shop on Veritas Primus. Frugal and always on the lookout for a great investment opportunity, at times he seems more concerned with profits than people. However, Miles can make anyone feel like his most important customer once they enter his shop.
I'm also your new shopkeeper. Looking forward to doing business with you. Please be sure to visit my shop to check out the inventory. You can't miss it. Only shop on the planet. I'll see you both around. Oh, wait. For the amount of money I put into this colony, I expected a bit more in the way of creature comforts. Okay.
It's usually once a day.
All right. Well, I thought it was letting me interact with that, but I think it was just so. Everyone, this has been... I don't know what buttons I'm pushing.
If you press escape, that's where you can save.
Well, all right. Hey. All right. Hopefully this isn't... I'm not going to actually... I'm just going to... Well, everyone, this has been Verdant Skies.
Yeah.
Thank you, Nessa, so much for sharing this game with me.
You're welcome. Thank you for playing it with me.
Of course, we're definitely going to have to play this some more. I'm not sure if we'll play this game next Friday or if we'll try something new, so we'll see how we're feeling.
Yeah.
So, all right, well, Nessa, where can the people in our audience find you?
Nowhere.
You're on Twitter.
Oh, I guess there. I am at _Englishes on Twitter. Say hi. I don't bite.
Yeah. And you can find me basically everywhere as either Casper Oliver or Casper Oliver VO. Both of our Twitters are in the bio. Also, if you would like to help support our streams, it would be awesome if you would consider donating to our PayPal or checking out the Thesperience Patreon. Because we are both members of Thesperience Productions, which is a queer indie production company that makes all sorts of fun stuff. Yeah. So if you support them, you support us.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we will be back at this at some point. If nothing else, we'll be doing something next Friday, same time, same place, 5:30 Pacific Standard Time. And we'll announce on Twitter once we decide what the game's going to be.
Yeah, we'll see if we continue with Verdant Skies or if I have another fun cozy game for Casper.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm going to pull up the ending soon screen, but I'd love to raid someone. So please feel free to stay nice and cozy in the chat as we get ready to go raid another queer streamer, because I'm sure we can find someone. Oh, yep, I have found the perfect person to stream. All right. Mm-hmm. So let's get to that end scene, and I will see y'all next week. Bye-bye.